In this video, we're going to talk about a Pokemon history. Let's take a look at the phenomenon that is Pokemon. Where did it come from? What is a Pokestop? What is a Pokegym? And how is Pokemon evolving? Did you know that Pokemon is already in its 7th generation? Pokemon launched on February 27th, 1996. Yes, it's been around for over 20 years. This was the original screen for the original Pokemon on the handheld Game Boy system from Nintendo. It was black and white and a fairly simple role-playing game. Pokemon is a role-playing game where you are a trainer looking to catch them all. As you build up your collection of the cute, cuddly creatures, you train them to become stronger and build teams around strengths and weaknesses. What originally began as an elemental system evolved into something weirder and greater. Fire is weak to water, ground is weak to fire, water is weak to electric, poison is weak to psychic, etc. Here you can take a look at the ridiculous strengths and weaknesses of the different types of Pokemon that are available in their current setup. Now, in the current version of the Pokemon Go app, not all of these different types are available, but a majority of them are. Anything where you see a green plus is a strength. So water, which you can see third down on the left, is strong against fire. You can see that as second line to the right. Anything with a red minus is a weakness. Fire is weak to its own powers. Grass is also weak to fire, so is ice. Anywhere you see a black X, those types of Pokemon do 0 damage in any attack that is from their type. Now there are ways around this, but we're not really looking to get intricate and deep into how Pokemon work. So especially when it comes to the Pokemon Go game, a ghost type attack won't even work on a normal type Pokemon. Obviously I could talk about just this screen for quite some time, but if you take a look, you can see most of the strengths and weaknesses have a little bit of logic involved. You may love the electric type Pokemon, but a team full of them could be wiped out by a single water type Pokemon. Your team has to be made up of Pokemon of different types to capitalize on strengths and weaknesses of other teams. Most importantly, many Pokemon have 2 different types. Not only does that make you extra strong against the types of Pokemon they would be strong against, it also gives you extra weaknesses. Pokestops are a place to gather potions, buffs, and heal your team in the original game. They serve a similar purpose in the new Pokemon Go game, but we'll get to that in a bit. Pokegyms are where big battles take place between your trainer and the local gym leader and whatever supporting team they may have there. The goal is to defeat the leader and get a special badge that identifies your awesomeness. This is what a battle looked like in one of the Pokemon games. Your goal in the games is to beat the Pokemon leaders to get to an ultimate battle where you face 4 different leaders at once on some ridiculously out-of-the-way mountain. Once you do that, you defeat the game, but they do have special things you can do once you do that to build up your team even further. In Pokemon Go, you still gather items you need at Pokestops, and you still battle gym leaders. The physics of the battles in the Pokestops have changed a bit. So now, this is an augmented reality app on our phones where we use our cameras built into our smartphones to bring Pokemon into our world. Pokestops are different. They don't look the same like they did in the game. In the game, it would be a little building your little character would walk into, and they would stock up on whatever they needed, heal, and then go back out into the world to move further into the game. Now, Pokestops give you automatic drops of different items when you check into one, and gyms are even more different from the way they performed in the game. So now, when you're going into a battle, you'll see screens similar to this, and you will then fight. And fighting in Pokemon Go is also very different from how it is in the game. Over the last 20 years, there have been numerous sequels and nearly a dozen spin-off games capitalizing on the craze of Pokemon. Finally, we have the next evolution of Pokemon in the Pokemon Go game we have on our cell phones. Pokemon Go is ridiculously popular as it slowly rolls out across the world. It already has more active users than Tinder, and it's approaching the point where it has more engagement than Facebook. Now, this is a slightly old graphic. As of the time when I'm recording this video, this hadn't been released in Japan yet, where Pokemon are even bigger than they are in the United States. However, you can see that Pokemon Go in 2016 already has more active users than Candy Crush, which is pretty much the most popular game on mobile devices. This was taken 1 week after Pokemon Go launched, and it's only going to get bigger as time goes on. In the other videos, we'll talk about the business aspects and sides of Pokemon Go and how you can play the game and get a little bit more familiar with how it works. In this video, we're going to talk about 21 niches where you can make money using Pokemon Go, and I will give a brief overview of how that can be done on each slide. So the first one is restaurants, and we've seen it over and over again in the news, all over on the internet. Basically, these restaurants are doing some really smart things. The first thing they're doing is dropping lures. Dropping a lure attracts any Pokemon in the area and spawns fresh Pokemon that may not be normally popping up in that area in your location. So it draws the Pokemon in. So what do you think happens as a restaurant owner? Well, it draws in people that want to catch those Pokemon. With the way the app works, it will tell people where Pokemon are that are somewhat close to them. So you could have people that are 2-3 blocks, even a mile away, and the trainers are still notified that there are certain types of Pokemon that are close to their location. So it will draw them to you. A restaurant is looking for local business, and that's what this kind of customer is. So the next step that many restaurants are doing are rewarding Pokemon trainers for either catching Pokemon in their area or owning a local gym. They will reward that team with a special discount, and any of those things work really well. Another thing that you can do is host a party or something similar, or a contest. Those kinds of things will work really well for restaurants. The next couple of businesses all are exactly the same. Lures, contests, and discounts for trainers are the things that these businesses can use. Coffee shops are another example, exactly the same as restaurants. Bars, now catering to a different clientele, obviously. Bars also should follow the exact same process. Drop a lure, give a discount, run a contest, or hold a party. Local businesses. So there are other local businesses that can fall into this sort of thing. I've seen thrift shops hold special discounts for certain level Pokemon trainers. I've seen pet shelters kill it and have all their pets adopted and be completely empty. One of them charged a $5 fee to take a dog for a walk to go with you when you're catching Pokemon. And these are just simple ideas that can be applied. Drivers. Now, this is a little bit unique. You don't want to do the same things that a restaurant owner would do. What drivers are doing are offering specialized Pokemon chasing rides, where they will drive a trainer or a group of trainers around for an hour and take them to notable locations in their area, whatever Pokestops there are and whatever gyms. So in doing that, they charge X amount of dollars and take these people around to catch Pokemon safely while not driving their own car. And it's absolutely brilliant. The only thing you need to do if you are in this situation is make sure that people know you're doing this. You can do that by posting on local newspaper websites, Craigslist, Kijiji, any other classified ad website that serves your area. Mobile sales. Now, I'm going to talk about this much deeper in a later video, but mobile sales are another thing that you can do. So if you have a Pokestop on your street, it would make perfect sense to set up a little location selling lemonade, bags of chips, things along those lines to the Pokemon trainers that come by. You have a captive audience. It's the same kind of idea of picking a good location for a store, except you're completely mobile. So if no one's coming to a Pokestop in your area, you can go to one a little further. You want to be mobile and able to move. Another idea with this is to build your business into a vehicle. If you can build it into something like a food truck, you'll kill it. Go from one Pokestop to another based upon how busy they are at different times of day, and you can have a full business just selling to Pokemon trainers. All you need is the app to know where the trainers are going to be, and then test it out. See which ones perform best at which times, and build your schedule around that. Collectibles. So Pokemon was originally a card game. Once it became a video game, that changed things a bit, and then now we have the Pokemon Go augmented reality game. There are collectibles in Pokemon that are worth upwards of thousands upon thousands of dollars. Now, with Pokemon being a huge craze, certain things are going to be more attractive than others, but what I would recommend is taking a look at what is selling for huge amounts of money, and then check things like local garage sales, local reseller stores, or Goodwill. Take a look and see what kind of Pokemon stuff you can find and grab as much as you can. T-shirt sellers. Now, I'm going to say this over and over again as we go through these videos, but you've got to be very conscious of trademarks. If you put a big Pikachu on a t-shirt and Nintendo catches it, I promise you they're going to hit you with a cease and desist. So one of the things I believe aren't trademarked, again, I'm not a lawyer, so following my advice on legal stuff would be unwise, but a lot of the team names and team logos don't appear to be trademarked, just based upon what I saw looking at the t-shirts and badges and keychains and things like that that are being sold on the internet. So that's a really smart thing that you can put on a t-shirt. Say something different or interesting about your shirt or about the team or whatever, and get it out there. One thing I would recommend is taking a look at websites that already sell this kind of stuff and find ideas in other markets that you can apply towards Pokemon. So look at nurse t-shirts and see what's being said there, and see what you can find that would be applicable to Pokemon people. And then target them with ads on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Done for you stuff. And again, we're going to talk about this in detail a little bit later, but anything you can do for a Pokemon trainer that makes their life easier is going to be attractive to them. So an example that I'm going to mention later is to take their phone, put it on a turntable, and hatch their eggs for them. Eggs, especially the 10-kilometer eggs, give highly rare Pokemon and valuable ones at high levels. So the best thing you could do is hatch these things, but they expect trainers to walk 10 miles or 10 kilometers to hatch their egg. So a shortcut, or basically a cheat, is to have either a Roomba, which is a vacuum that rolls around on the floor and cleans things for you, or a turntable that is used to play records. And put the phone on that and have it run at a fairly low speed, and it will walk, I'm just using quotations here, it will walk for you and hatch the egg. Any of these things, selling accounts, level up a trainer to level 20 or 25 with a bunch of good Pokemon, and you can sell that for hundreds of dollars on eBay. SEO services. So if you're doing SEO for local businesses, telling them the exact same things I told you for restaurants and local businesses would be viable. This is kind of an extension on done for you service. Help them get set up with Pokemon related sales strategies, things that they can do using Pokemon to reach that audience and get more business, because that's really what search engine optimization is about, is getting more business. Social media managers, especially if you're local to the businesses or catering to businesses in your area, people don't know what to post to social media to drive leads and drive sales. So as a social media manager, you could offer a Pokemon specific service where you would go to their area once a day, take photos of whatever Pokemon are around the area, and upload it on their behalf to their Facebook fan page, their Twitter account, etc. If you're capable of doing that, it's worth a few $100s a month to a local business. Ad managers. So another thing that can be done, considering how targeted Facebook ads have become, you can have someone upload a photo of Pokemon and target Pokemon interested trainers, people that have the app on their phone already, using Facebook. And doing that with a picture of the Pokemon that's in your area. That will drive people to you. All you need to do is make sure you drop drop a lure every 30 minutes or so. If you do that, the people that see your ad will come to your location and hopefully buy the products you have for sale. Blogging about Pokemon is becoming very popular very quickly, and it's going to be difficult to break through the noise and say something that hasn't been said 100 times before. So if you're going to blog about Pokemon, pick a specific angle and stick to it. So talk about how to play Pokemon Go for 10-year-olds or how to play Pokemon Go for 50-year-olds. Those are things that will pick a specific audience and speak their language and target them specifically. You can monetize through AdSense or Amazon affiliate products. Content writers are going to be absolutely killing it if they do something called private label rights. If you sell private label rights to your content and know Pokemon, you can make a killing selling packages of 10 to 20 Pokemon articles to people that are interested in the topic. Anyone that writes content, if you know Pokemon, it would be silly not to sell it. YouTube. So the trick with this is that Pokemon Go is on your phone, so it's going to be really difficult for you to record yourself while you're out there wandering around. The trick is that you need a second phone or some type of camera or something similar that can show what is going on your phone and what is going on around you. If you can do that and upload your adventures to YouTube, you can use AdSense to monetize your videos and build a following there where you can promote products and programs related to Pokemon. Info products. In fact, you're watching one. So putting together a training program on Pokemon would work, obviously. So there's really no long, complex process here. Teach people how to do something cool in the game and then sell it. You can use JVZoo, ClickBank. There are dozens of affiliate networks out there on the web. Get your content onto them and take advantage of how hot Pokemon are right now. App creators. Now, if you can do something like build into an API for Pokemon Go, the company that created this app is called Niantic, Niantic. Go to their website, take a look, and see if there's anything you can do to provide extra added help to Pokemon Go players. If you can do that and do it inside an app, people will pay you for it, depending on how much value and how much help you provide to the trainers. So take a look at what is out there already and create something that helps trainers get more done faster. Hackers. I hate to say it, but there are already cheating software tools out there that help you get unlimited items in the game and other stuff. Just Google search Pokemon Go hacking software, Pokemon Go cheating software, and you'll find what I'm talking about. So if you're a hacker and you can figure out ways to get people free stuff in the game, you can absolutely sell that. eBay. So we talked about collectibles before. Selling stuff on eBay related to Pokemon is super easy. Just go to eBay and look at what's already there. If you have any of the things that are selling, put them up and sell them. Etsy is similar to eBay, but the difference is anything that sells there is supposed to be handmade. So if you can 3D print or create badges or buttons or stickers or shirts or any type of wearable, you can use Etsy to sell. And there are thousands of Pokemon Go products up on Etsy already. So take a look at what's there. And if you can create something better than what's already there, it would make sense for you to get on Etsy and do that. Amazon's a little bit different. You in the best circumstances, would want them to be able to ship your products to their customers. It's called Fulfilled by Amazon, and there are full-blown $5,000 training programs on how to do that. But the short version is you need to have bulk items that you can sell on Amazon. So you need hundreds of them, or at least 50, let's say, of every different Pokemon related product you've got. You have to follow a fairly long drawn out process, which you can figure out by searching Google, and then get your products up on Amazon and selling, and they will just simply send you checks. So again, the downside of this is you have to have a fair amount of your product to send to Amazon so they can send it with 2-day free shipping to their Prime members. If you can do that, you will do well on Amazon as long as your product is quality and wanted. In this video, we're going to talk about cashing in on Pokemon Go. When something goes as crazy as this game has, there is a ton of money to be made by those smart enough to get in front of it. Here are a few ways to get in front of it. Done-for-you services. People are lazy. Those lazy people will be happy to pay you to do the stuff they don't want to do themselves. If you're willing to put in the time, you can get paid handsomely for doing the work. Build up accounts and sell them. First, step 1, set up a new Gmail account. You'll need to do this because you're going to have to give that to someone when they buy. Create a new Pokemon Go account, play the game and level up your character while collecting as many Pokemon as you can. Step 4, sell the account once you reach level 20 or higher by providing your buyer with the Gmail account. All you have to do is give them the email, the password, and don't log into it ever again. Hopefully they're smart enough to change the password on their own, but that's on them, not on you. Simply rinse and repeat, and you can sell accounts over and over and over again. They're going from anywhere from a few $100s to $1,000 or more if you can catch rare enough Pokemon. Hatch eggs for people. Publicize your services at local gyms, Pokestops, Craigslist, or anywhere else you can. Have people give you their phone. Place their phone on a slow-turning record turntable, and alternatives to use a Roomba, which is a completely self-aware vacuum. So set the Roomba to go, or set the record turntable to spin with the phone on top of it. You will, over time, hatch people's eggs for them. Give back the phone and get paid for the work that you did. Be a Pokemon driver. Sign up to drive for Uber or Lyft. You'll need a decent vehicle to be able to do this. They don't want 1963 VW bugs that are sputtering from one location or another to be driving for them. You'll need a fairly recent car. Plan a 1-hour trip that reaches 3 or 4 Pokestops and local gyms. Publicize your services on Craigslist and at local Pokestops and gyms, and then get paid for doing what you've done. So let's move on for the done-for-you stuff to selling Pokemon stuff. Step 1, create designs based upon Pokemon teams, gear, and the Pokemon. And as promised in a previous video, avoid trademark terms and graphics. Apply the designs to mugs, badges, t-shirts, stickers, posters, keychains, etc. Can be done using a service like Gear Bubble, Cafe Press, and others. Publicize your products at local events using Facebook ads or by paying for access to those that have the attention of Pokemon Go players. Step 4, profit. Content production. Record on video or as text any tricks you learn while playing the game. Post your content on a blog, on YouTube, and social media. You'll want to tie all of these things together using a service like Hootsuite to make it easier and more organized. Last step, use advertising to monetize your content. Attract Pokemon trainers. Now, for this to work, you want to download the app onto your phone. Use real money to purchase Pokemon coins. Use those coins to buy Pokemon lures and incense. Drop lures every 30 to 60 minutes. Offer special discounts and prizes to Pokemon trainers. And another option is to have a charging station so trainers can charge their phones while they're buying whatever you've got for sale. Step 7, sell more of your stuff. Want to transform your nearest Pokestop into a cash machine? All you have to do is become a concierge and watch sales roll in. What do Pokemon trainers need? To charge their phones. Get some Mophie batteries and charge trainers to use them to charge their phones. You'll need to invest a bit to get multiple batteries. Each one can charge 2 or 3 phones depending on the size you buy, and you'll need a few of them. Don't forget that you'll need to keep your batteries powered up to be able to let people charge their phones, so you'll want to recharge them every night while you sleep so they're available the next day. What do Pokemon trainers need? To drink water. Wandering around outside without the comforts of home can leave a trainer thirsty. Grab bottles of water in bulk at your local grocery store, BJ's, Sam's Club, Costco. Get a cooler and fill it with ice and water bottles. Pokemon trainers need to eat. Get snacks like granola bars, small bags of chips, pretzels, or candy bars. Make sure you have somewhere shaded to keep them fresh and sell them to trainers when they visit your Pokestop. Pokemon trainers need to go home. They aren't going to be able to wander around the neighborhood all day and night. They might just have eggs that need to be hatched. Get a used Roomba or a turntable and offer to incubate their eggs for them. You won't have to walk a single step and the eggs will hatch quickly. What do Pokemon trainers need? They need gear. Grab some collectible items with team logos from Etsy or eBay and resell them to traveling trainers. With this one, you want to always contact the creator of a product, because if you're buying a large amount of their items, they may be willing to offer you a discount. Don't forget that sites like Etsy or eBay charge for the ability to sell on their website. So if you contact someone directly, you might be able to get a bulk discount and pay them directly to get the products that you want to resell. Be reasonable and you'll create happy customers that will return. $2 for a bottle of water is fair, but $5 is ridiculous. You can charge convenience prices, but don't charge too much or your customers won't return and buy what you have for sale. Relationships with Pokemon trainers. If you intend on taking advantage of the Pokemon craze, you're going to need to understand a bit about Pokemon Go. After all, the easiest way to interact with someone is to have common ground, and understanding a bit about Pokemon is a great way to start. Below are all the different types of Pokemon: Bug, Dark, Fire, Flying, Ghost, Grass, Dragon, Electric, Fighting, Ground, Ice, Normal, Poison, Psychic, Rock, Steel, Water, and Fairy. The thing to know about this is not only does every Pokemon have a type, most of them have 2. Each type comes with different strengths and different weaknesses. Fire is strong against ice and grass. Dark is strong against a couple of the others. Electric is strong against water. A lot of it is common sense. However, coming up, I'll show you exactly who's strong against what and who's weak against what, so you can see it for yourself. We talked about strengths and weaknesses in the history video, but here they are again below. You can see the green circle is strong, the purple square is normal, the triangle is weak, and the X means that they can't even hit the other character. Now understand going in that this is based upon the type of attack, not just the type of Pokemon. So if a fighting Pokemon has a normal attack, it should be able to attack a ghost type Pokemon. If it's using a fighting type move, it will not work. Well, and actually, as I'm looking at it, normal won't work either. However, if the fighting Pokemon also has a fire attack, that should work. It's one of the reasons that you need to think about how you use the Pokemon that you have on your team. Certain Pokemon are far more common than others. You'll find that trainers freak out over the ones that aren't as easy to find. That's one of the main reasons you want to use lures in a local place of business to attract the Pokemon, which will then attract the trainers. I'll show you a graphic of Pokemon in order of rarity in a moment. You can take a look and see just by their pictures. I'm not going to go through their names and bore you to death, but you can see the common, uncommon, rare. I would recommend saving this graphic for yourself, because if you get a very rare or an epic Pokemon, that's something worth posting on something like a Facebook page to let people know. Snorlax, who is in the middle of the mythical column, is super, super rare. So you would want to be very loud about having that. Tauros, which is the North American region exclusive Pokemon. If you have one near you, again, that's pretty rare. So you want to make sure that it's publicized as much as possible. Once you have a basic idea of what Pokemon are, it would be good to familiarize yourself with how the game works. The goal is to catch as many Pokemon as possible, which will increase your level as a trainer. By increasing the power of the Pokemon, a trainer gains the ability to do more in the game. The higher the level of the trainer, the more rare and the stronger Pokemon that trainer will catch. To power up a Pokemon, a trainer wants to catch additional Pokemon of the same type. When that happens, the trainer will send it to the professor and will receive a special candy unique to that Pokemon. Candy and Stardust are required to make Pokemon stronger and level them up, which in turn levels up the trainer. Stardust is something you get in mass amounts when catching Pokemon. The combo of Stardust and Candy are used to not only level up Pokemon, but they can also be used to get a Pokemon to evolve. Pokemon evolve into more powerful variations of what they were when they started. They also happen to look much cooler. Once a trainer hits level 5, they can begin attempting to take over gyms. To take over a gym, the current resident Pokemon will have to be defeated in battle by a Pokemon the trainer has. This is done by swiping to dodge and time the right attacks at the right times. If the trainer wins the battle against the resident Pokemon, it will become the leader and can leave one of his own Pokemon to defend the gym in the trainer's absence. As long as he owns the gym, he gets items anytime he visits. These items are only for the owning trainer, which is why there is fierce competition between trainers over who owns a gym. When building relationships with anyone, it helps to have common interests. Even if you have zero interest in how this game works, the basics we've covered here will help you understand the language the players speak. Now you'll be able to discuss how many awesome Pokemon they caught today. So I thought it would be cool to take a departure from the slideshows and show you some actual internet stuff. And what we're talking about in this video is how to make local money from Pokemon Go. So the first thing I want to start with is learning about the game. I've taught you a few things, but you'll want to learn more. And what I'm showing you is the location I recommend going to learn. It's ign.com/wikis/Pokemon-Go. If you do a search for IGN Pokemon Go, you will find this. And it's really detailed. Goes into every little tiny intricacy, everything you could really need to know about the game itself. It will not teach you anything about how to make money with it. However, it will teach you everything you could possibly want to know about the app and game itself. So I recommend this because it's something called a wiki. Wikis are editable by any registered user. That means that it's always going to be up to date. People will update it when they figure out new stuff. So we talked about being a Pokemon concierge, and that's a local business you can set up going to different Pokestops and Pokegyms in your area. And I recommend having a membership at a wholesale club. It does not have to be BJ's. It can be Sam's or Costco. Either of them is fine. But this is going to be the least expensive place for you to buy the things that you want to resell to other people. Candy, chips, water, other drinks, they're going to have it much less than you would find at your local Walmart, grocery store, or Publix, or whatever your local grocery store is called. When you buy in bulk and then you resell, you can make more money because you're paying less for the product itself. So a couple of the things that I recommended you get, one would be a portable cell phone charger. And I just did a search on Amazon, and I'm going to talk to you about the things that I found. I thought this thing was really slick. It is sponsored, meaning someone's paying for it, but for $20, you can get a solar-powered cell phone charger. I thought that was really cool. However, the one that I would recommend is this one. Easy ACC Monster 20,000 mAh power bank. That's a large amount of power. This should last you a majority of the day. And you can see that there are 4 USB ports. So you can let 4 different people plug in their phones at once. And then, of course, you charge them for the ability to do that. That's not something they're going to be able to get just anywhere. And you'll know that it was $33 with free shipping if you're an Amazon Prime member. They will not. So I recommend something like this. However, an alternative is a full portable power source with USB. This $300 beast should do you well. It should last you at least a full day of multiple charges for multiple people, and then you can charge it up overnight. The reason I recommend this is because you can also do some of the other things we had discussed. This is a portable turntable. So you can plug this into this power source and be ready to rock, where you can set people's phones on the turntable while it spins around, and you can hatch people's eggs for them. Charge $5 to $10 per egg, and you'll be rolling in bank pretty darn quickly. Now, we're going to be talking about this one more in detail coming up. However, this is meetup.com, and I'm logging in, and I'm going to type in Pokemon Go and see what comes up. I have not done any research before this. So Cape Coral Pokemon Meetup, Two Drop Game Shop Meetup. So there are gamers in my area, and I'm in a fairly small suburb of Fort Myers, Florida. Fairly small is 50,000 people, but still. In your area, there are Pokemon Go meetups already, and if there aren't, build one. Put one together, get a group together, and monetize it. So monetizing it will be something like this stuff. Putting together some concierge service to go with your meetup group, Pokemon gathering expedition, or whatever you want to call it. So use meetup.com to pull together groups of local people that are interested in the kind of stuff you want to do. Another location to do that is Craigslist. This is one way to attract additional attention in addition to a meetup group. And if there is any local thing that people would be used to, so for instance, a local newspaper. For my area, there really isn't even one there. But in Whitewater, Wisconsin, where I grew up, we had a local newspaper called the Whitewater Register. That would be somewhere to spend $3 to $5 and post a classified ad. Just make sure that it also goes on their website, because people now will use both. So there are some things you can do to make some local cash and get out there and meet other Pokemon trainers and sell them stuff. You decide to make money off of the Pokemon Go craze. If it's not local, it's going to be online, right? So I figured we should talk about some of your options. So one of your options is a blog, and this blog was put up in the last 2 days. You can see that the first post, well, last week, July 20th, about, let's see, today is the 24th. So it hasn't been up all that long. It might have sat for a day or two before they posted, but they're posting at least 2 or 3 times a day, as many things as they can about Pokemon. And their primary and only monetization that I've seen, mind you, I haven't dug through the website, is this right here. This is a Google AdSense ad. If you don't have an AdSense account, it is probably the easiest way to make money on the internet, is you just do cool things, attract your traffic, and when that happens, people will click on the ads. But let's check out the Pokédex shop and see what happens. So it's PokemonGoGlobal.com, and here's the other way they're making money.